Come there, Slade over there. I want this apartment thoroughly searched.
Kitchen's clean. Bedroom's all clear.
All right, check all the doors. Check out on that terrace, too.
Just another closet. You think he might have known we were coming for him?
He did. It's 10 to 1. He tried to make it on his private jet. I better alert the airport. Anything?
No.
This phone is dead. Gentlemen, this is beginning to smell. I want an APB out on Cummings and Talbot both. Search this building from the top to the bottom and then check the parking lot for their cars. If you find Doug Cummings, arrest him on suspicion of murder of Dr. Henry Strauss. I have a feeling he's responsible for the attack on Heather Dalton as well.
I don't understand this. Why would Doug Cummings have any reason to hurt Heather?
I don't know, baby, but I think somebody better warn Frannie about this. I'm going to go by Kim's. I'm going to see if I can find her.
That's a good idea.
All right?
I'll wait here, okay?
But I won't be long.
All right.
All right.
Dr. Hassler, how's Heather now?
Well, she's regained full consciousness, but the memory of the attack has been very traumatic for her.
Would it be all right if I stay in there with her?
Yeah, if you like, that would be good, I think, to have some close friends around.
Thank you.
It's okay now, Heather. It's all over.
It's going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Yes, it's all right. You're safe now. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about Frannie. Frannie's going to be fine. Heather, lay down. It's okay. She'll be fine.
Mom, do you have any idea where Frannie could have gone?
No, Bob. I'm sorry. Ellen and I just drove in a few minutes ago.
Does Kim know where she is?
Well, Kim isn't here either, dear. I've been upstairs. I'm sure nobody's home. You sound worried. What's wrong?
The police just showed up to Caroline's looking for Douglas. I'm hoping that Frannie isn't with him.
Doug Cummings? What are the police looking for him for?
I don't have any of the details. Look, I'll be home as soon as I can. Mom, as soon as Kim gets there, ask her to find Frannie. Thanks.
Roy, will you please tell us what's going on?
Roy Munson's here with 2 officers upstairs.
Are they here already? That was fast.
No, wait a minute. What happened?
Heather came out of the coma. It was Doug Cummings that tried to kill her.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Safeguard, the combination of maximum deodorant soap protection and a rich, thick lather. And by Tide. On tough dirt, Tide won't quit till your clothes are clean.
I really can't believe this. Doug wouldn't hurt anyone. Are you sure Heather wasn't just having a bad dream while she was unconscious?
Lisa, she wasn't dreaming. She saw the attacker very clearly. Look, excuse me for a minute, will you?
Roy, what are you doing here?
The same thing you're doing here. I'm looking for Doug Cummings. You find him?
No, there's no sign of him upstairs, but I've got men searching the building. Did McCloskey tell you that we've got a warrant out for Cummings on suspicion of murder?
Yeah, he filled me in on the way over. You can add attempted murder to that list. Heather identified him as the killer.
I had a feeling it might be him. All right, so we need a warrant on Cummings and Talbot both.
No, I already did that.
All right, good. Also, we need men at the airport. Cummings has a private jet there, and if he knows we're after him, he's bound to make a run for it.
Okay, I'll make a phone call right now.
Munson, I have a right to know. My daughter's involved with Cummings. Is she in any danger?
I'll tell you everything that we know so far. About half an hour ago, a woman came into the station, an Elaine Hargrove from Houston. She identified that hit-and-run victim that was killed outside your home as a Dr. Henry Strauss. He was a psychiatrist with a small hospital in Houston.
What does this have to do with Cummings?
Dr. Strauss treated Mr. Cummings for severe depression after his wife died. About a month ago, Marcia Talbot called Dr. Strauss and asked him to come back to Oakdale because Cummings needed his help again. Dr. Strauss came, and he wound up dead. Miss Hargrove is convinced that Doug Cummings mowed him down. That's why he didn't come forward and identify the body.
This is so hard to believe. And then Heather says that Doug attacked her.
Yeah, and I told you a long time ago that something strange was going on here.
So you did, Kevin. So you did.
Yeah, but you're not telling me anything about Frannie. I'm worried about her. Where is she?
I'm trying to find her. Doctor, I called your wife around 6 o'clock. She said that Frannie wasn't home.
I just called my home. She's still not there, and neither is my wife now.
Oh, no, wait. Now, this really is not making any sense. You talked to Kim around 6 o'clock? Well, then why would she leave
Search
the
the
house
building,
again?
roof to basement. Cummings isn't here.
Hey, if Doug took a run for it, then he's got Frannie with him, right?
There's no use jumping to conclusions. We don't even know if she was with him this afternoon.
Let's go over his apartment. Maybe we'll find something that'll show whether she was here or not.
Let's go take a look.
All right, I want 2 cars over at the airport. Alert the authorities there. Look, if Doug Cummings tries to get on that jet, I want you to stop him.
Steve, I'm so glad you're here. Now you can tell us what's wrong.
Well, this is pretty serious, I'm afraid. Is Andy around? I don't want him to overhear.
No, he's spending the night with a friend of his. Now, please tell us what's wrong.
It isn't Betsy or Danny, is it?
No. Betsy is waiting at the hospital, and Danny is with the new sitter. This is about Heather.
Well, she's not worse, is she?
No, she's better. She's out of her coma. But she told the police who attacked her. Now, this is going to come as a shock. But it's Doug Cummings.
Doug?
Yeah.
Well, that's impossible.
Well, I know that it's hard to believe, but it appears to be true. Now, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to find Frannie, just to warn her to stay away from him, until we know more. Now, have either of you seen her?
Well, no, she wasn't here when we got home.
I wonder if Kim found out about this and went to find Frannie herself.
Well, that would explain the groceries. We found 2 sacks of groceries just sitting in the foyer when we got here. We wondered why Kim had left them there.
Well, she obviously left in a hurry. You haven't heard from Kim, either?
No. Bob called from Caroline's a little while ago, and he doesn't know where she is. Now, why would Kim and Frannie suddenly have disappeared? Unless...
Whoa. Don't let your imagination run away with you, all right? Nobody has disappeared. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to go over to Caroline's. Roy Franklin is over there just questioning Doug, all right? I will go see, I will find out what's happening, and try not to worry. I'm sure that everything is all right.
Nothing in this date book, no messages, nothing to indicate whether Frannie was here or not.
Both Cummings and Talbot's cars are still in the lot.
Good, okay. That means that wherever they are, they're probably on foot.
And that means they're also probably somewhere very nearby.
No, wait a second, because Jay once told me that Marcia kept another car near the bridge.
Oh, swell. All right, go check out the bridge. Report back to me.
Yes, Detective Munson. I found this on the bed.
Wait a second, let me see this.
You know it?
Here's your proof right here. I gave this to Frannie on her birthday. She was here.
Hal, I got some bad news.
Why not? Everybody else does. What is it?
Doug Cummings, he filed a flight plan to Acapulco about 20 minutes ago. We're too late. His jet's gone.
Thank you so much. Just put all that stuff in the bedroom. Where is the bedroom?
It's right
All right,
this
there should be...
Would you pick up the phone,
that's right.
please?
It should be 5.
The phone.
Thank you.
There's the phone. Would you call
Oh,
Tonio?
nice. Do you
That is
mind?
the phone. Would you call
Do you mind
Tonio, please?
May I please take off my
No, the
coat
sooner we start
first,
looking for her, the sooner we're going to find her. There's the phone. Pick it up and call Tonio. Would you call Tonio now?
Mr. Montgomery will take care of you. Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's good.
Yes, room service. This is Mrs. Walsh. I'm in suite, I don't know what, 25A.
Room service. What are you doing with room service?
Where is my champagne?
What do you want champagne for? I want you to call Tonio. I don't want any damn champagne.
I want the champagne.
Would you hang up the phone, pick it back up, and call Tonio? Would you call Tonio now?
You have been sitting in that plane in stony silence like a monument for hours. Don't you start bellowing at me now.
I just want you to pick up the phone and call Tonio, please.
Fine, I will do that. There's no reason why we can't be comfortable and civil while we do it. Sit down, sit down. We're both going to get hives. How do you do? Would you ring Mr. Reyes's room, please? It's number... Yes, thank you. He's ringing it. Senior... Oh, he's not there? This is Mrs. Walsh calling. Well, would you have him call me the minute he gets in? It's very urgent. Tell me something. Did he pick up the messages that I left earlier? Then he knows the number. Right. Damn.
Great. What if he doesn't get back to you?
The man works for me.
Fine. What if Sierra is not with him? What if Sierra's just in San Francisco by coincidence? Now, what if she's out there on the street?
What if? Come on. Darling, you love her. I love her. We will find her. We've done much more difficult things together.
I'm calling the police. I'm going to give them a description, and they're going to track her down.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Don't, Craig, really. Yes, come on in. I wouldn't do that.
Why?
just what we need. Would you pour us 2 lovely glasses of champagne, please? I'll tell you why. The girl has been expressing an aversion to being controlled, right, to everybody? If you get the police to yank her away from whatever she's doing, she's not going to be pleased with you. Not at all. Lovely. We really need that. Ah. Mrs. Walsh, you'll find that I appreciate good service.
Yes, ma'am. I'll remember that. Thank you.
Right. There you go, darling. That'll sweeten your disposition.
Just thinking about her out there alone, I can't... I wonder if I'll see her again.
I have no doubt that you will. She's forgiven you. She's accepted that you didn't tell her that I'm her mother.
That was before Lily told her that I was her mother's lover.
Oh, I don't know why. That poor child had to tell her all that.
Neither do I, but I'm not trying to blame Lily here. That was tough for that kid to understand. She had a lot of half-truths, a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of missed signals. I don't know how a kid that age can understand any of this.
I never wanted this to happen, Holden.
I don't believe that. I think you want it to happen a lot sooner.
No.
Why do you keep fighting me?
This is wrong, Holden. This is wrong.
Nothing that makes you feel so good can be so wrong. Look. When you came out here tonight, you were crying, right? No more tears.
Please let me go.
This is what you came out here for tonight, so why don't you just...
It's not true.
It is true. Even when you hit me, I knew you didn't want me to stop. So why do you want me to stop now?
I love Dusty.
You love Dusty. But where was Dusty tonight when you were so upset? Out with Dr. Dixon and my sister. I'm here now. And I just want to make you feel happy, that's all. Let me.
No, no, no.
Oh, Mommy, you ought to see this place. I mean, it was so romantic. There were pictures all over the walls, and I swear the frames were made of solid gold. I mean, I couldn't even taste my food. I was so excited about looking around.
Well, I'm glad the Volkers are doing so well. You know, they changed that old farmhouse of theirs into a restaurant years ago.
Yeah?
Well, someday I'm going to eat in places like that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, I'll tell you, you can look the world wide, but you won't find cake as good as your mother's.
Why, thank you. I'm so glad that you're doing it.
It's deliciously.
Well, you want another piece?
No, thank you. We really have to be getting along, right, Dust?
Well, how about you, Dusty? I mean, you have another piece. Come on, you can't turn down seconds.
Well, I'll tell you, I've never been one to do that in this house.
Okay, great. All right. And now, Dr. Dixon, you can just relax because you're stuck.
Well, John, I just realized something. If we're going to be sticking around here, maybe I should call Lily.
Lily, why? I mean, you know, you just finished an argument with her. You know, let her cool off a little.
Meg, I think Dusty knows best what's best for him and Lily. Why don't you go ahead and call?
Thank you.
Phone's right over there.
Hello, Matthew. It's Dusty. Is Lily there?
Oh, well.
Do you have any idea where she went? Okay, can you just tell her to call me when she gets back?
No, sugar.
Okay, thanks a lot, Matthew. Bye-bye.
This is the reference.
Is there something wrong?
I don't know. I spoke to Matthew, and he said she left a couple hours ago. He doesn't know where she went.
Well, she's probably down at the stables. I mean, you don't need to worry about her. Holden's there.
Why don't you call the stables?
Good idea.
Don't you think you should answer that?
You really want me to? I didn't think so.
I know how difficult it's been for you to learn about Dr. Strauss's death this way, and I'm sorry, Miss Hargrove. He must have been a very good friend.
He was, more than that. I loved him, and we were going to be married. So all I can do now is to, help to find the guy that killed him and make sure that he pays.
Well, we've already alerted the Mexican authorities to pick him up the minute his plane lands at Acapulco. If he's guilty, he'll pay all right.
Miss Hargrove?
Yeah.
Mac, we just got finished searching Doug Cummings' apartment. We found an earring that Kevin Gibson identified as belonging to Frannie Hughes, so we can only assume that she was with him today.
Well, we can also assume she's on that jet with him, and that's bad news. McCluskey. Oh, good. Right. Yeah. Were you able to get Dr. Strauss's records on Doug Cummings? Uh-huh. Johnson, Houston Police. He's at Strauss's clinic right now, but the head nurse refuses to unlock the files.
Wait, maybe I can help.
Oh, here. Hold on.
Hello, this is, Elaine Hargrove. Can I please speak to the head nurse? Thank you. Sophie? This is Elaine. No, you have to help the police in any way you can. No, I understand your loyalty, but you've got to give them the files and the information that they need on Douglas Cummings to convict him. He killed Henry, Sophie. Please, just do what you can. Just do it.
Hello. Yeah, Johnson. Get us that information as fast as you can. Right. Well, it looks like we've got him on 2 counts anyhow. Yeah, also, he just tried to kill somebody else. But the woman was able to live through it, luckily. She just named Cummings as her attacker.
I'll be back tomorrow morning. Are you sure you're going to be all right?
She's going to be just fine. All she needs is some rest.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, honey. Oh, thank God you're well. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Well, thank you, Doctor.
You need to get some sleep yourself.
You know, your father's been with you ever since Roy brought you in here yesterday.
No. I was so worried about him. Doug told me he was sick.
What? He lied to you? He set you up so he knew you would be home alone?
I wanted to warn Kim.
What? What did you want to warn Kim about? I don't understand.
The key. I found the key in Doug's apartment. The same one that was sent to Kim.
I think Douglas was the one sending the gifts to Kim.
I don't know. Who are you calling?
I'm calling Roy at Caroline's. I think Douglas Cummings could be guilty of a lot more than any of us ever dreamed of.
I checked out all the phones. I can't understand how they're not operating. Yeah. Unless, could there be another extension around here someplace?
I don't know. I'll check it out. Thanks. Look, folks, there's nothing more we can do here. I'll give you a call the minute I hear anything from the Mexican police. Look, I know how worried you are about Frannie.
Roy, it's not just my daughter that I'm concerned about. I called my home. My wife's not there either.
Bob, now, there's no reason for him to take Kim. It's Frannie. She's the one he's in love with.
Well, Bob, I've been looking all over for Frannie. Do you know where she is?
We're not sure. Cummings left in his private jet for Acapulco. We think she might be with him.
Well, what are you going to do?
What we're going to do is go home. We're going to wait for Kim to get there, and we're going to tell her what happened. Come on, Bob. Let's just go.
What's up? Got a call downstairs from Mrs. Andropoulos at the hospital.
Heather Dalton said she found some key in here, the match to the one you showed her. It was in her coat pocket when Cummings attacked her. It's gone now.
You mean that's what he was after?
Oh, why would he try to kill her for a key?
Roy, do you think that this has anything to do with the key that was delivered to Kim?
Wait a minute. That's not a standard lock. I wonder. Well, I wonder. This wall's hollow. Pick it stay back.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Squeezably Soft Charmin Bathroom Tissue and by Love's Disposable Diapers. Your baby's comfort begins with Love's. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. Part 2 of As the World Turns.
Friedlander, one of the reasons that I had Tonio Reyes transferred to San Francisco was so you could keep your eye on him. Yeah. Well? What kind of a personal emergency? Oh, forget about it. I think I know. All right, well, make sure that you have him report to me first thing in the morning here, if I don't hear from him tonight. Okay. Oh, it's such thirsty work. Confrontations. Come in! Well, you look better now that you took a shower.
Well, I'm not. Have you contacted your offices yet?
Yeah. I'm just talking to Friedlander on the phone.
Yeah.
And?
He's going to have Tonio Reyes contact us in the morning.
Oh, fine. I'm supposed to wait here until the morning. No way. I'm going to go crazy.
Well, let's do something else then. I mean, what should we do? We can have dinner, we can send out, we can do anything we like. Until we take the next step.
I know what my next step is. I'm going to Tonio's hotel.
He's not there.
Well, look, we don't know that. Sierra told John that she didn't want to see any of us again. Now, Sierra may have asked Tonio not to call you back until she left town again. I'm not going to risk that.
Wouldn't the desk clerk have told us?
Fine, then I'll wait in the lobby until he gets back.
You don't even know what he looks
Look,
like.
I've seen a picture of him. I will work it out, all right?
There. That could be Tonio Reyes right now. Hello?
It was
John, can we stop by Lily's house on the way home? I'd kind of like to be there when she gets back.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll drop you off because I want to see Kim. She got another of those packages today, and I'll make sure she's okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Miss Snyder. It was wonderful.
Well, you're very, very welcome. Please, please come again.
I hope that was great.
Bye-bye. And drive carefully.
Always do.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dixon.
Good night. Good night, Dusty.
Night-night.
Dusty?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I had a great time.
Glad you enjoyed it. Good night.
Good night.
Night. Oh, my. Aren't they lovely people?
Well, I am very tired. I've had a long day. I'm going to let you girls clean up, and I think what I'm going to do is get a nice hot bath and get ready for bed. All right. Good night. Good night, my babe. And as for you, young lady, I'm glad you had a nice time tonight, but don't you have a little studying to do?
No.
Hmm?
Well, maybe a little. I'll get to it.
Well, make sure you do it. Good night. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Meg, I want to talk to you.
I wish I could, but, you know, like Mama said, I got a lot of studying to do.
Yeah, well, this is very important. I think you could spare a few minutes.
Look, if you're going to start in on me again...
No, I'm not going to start in on something again. Look, Meg, I know it has been hard on you. I mean, having me home after being away all these years. But I think we ought to try to understand each other just a little bit. I mean, we are sisters,
Look,
you know.
I just don't have the time for that.
Well, I think you better make the time. Because I'm not going to put up with the way that you talked to me this morning ever again.
Okay, Jones, turn. Give me some lights. This is incredible. You know, it's just like he built a shrine to her or something. Gibson, are you sure you had no idea that this room existed?
Well, I hardly ever came up to Doug's apartment. It's pretty obvious to me why he wanted to keep this a secret.
Can't believe it. It was Doug all the time.
He's insane. For months, he tormented her, and we treated him like he was a member of the family. Now, my daughter's with that madman, and he probably has my wife, too.
No, I'm sure that Kim is all right. She wouldn't have come over here. Tonight was really too important to her, Bob.
Lisa, what are you talking about, important?
Well, she just looked forward to spending time with you tonight.
Dr. Hughes, look, I know how hard this is on you. We're doing everything we can to make sure your daughter's all right.
Yeah.
Let me check the phone. Yeah, this is why the phone didn't work. This extension's been ripped out of the wall. It says, Dear Dad and Kim. What?
It's from Frannie. She says she's leaving with Douglas for Acapulco tonight. Kim must have found this at home. Wait a minute, Munson said something about he called Kim to let her know that it was Douglas who attacked Heather.
You're right.
And Kim came here to stop Frannie. He's both of them.
Roy, you gotta do something.
Look, there's nothing I can do until the plane lands.
Well, there's something we can do. We can pray.
No, Meg, I don't want to argue. I just want to make something very clear. I mean, this morning you insinuated that I had some interest in Mr. Andropoulos.
Well, you just made me mad because you were trying to interfere in my business.
Fine, okay. I want you to know that that's ridiculous. I mean, he's my boss, and that's it. He's very happily married. He has a lovely wife and a beautiful daughter. I would never do anything to hurt them. Quite honestly, Meg, it really hurt me that you would even think that I would do something like that.
Well, then, quite honestly, it drives me crazy when you get self-righteous. I mean, Tad Channing was a married man, too.
Okay. I admit it. I made a mistake. I loved him, and I paid for it.
He really hurt you, didn't he?
Yes. As bad as I've ever been hurt in my whole life.
But Holden said that he followed you here, that he said something about him leaving his wife.
I think he's starting divorce proceedings.
Well, then you could marry him.
No. He'd end up treating me the same way. No, Meg, I learned my lesson. But I learned it the hard way. See, when I give you, or try to give you this advice, it's because, well, I mean, Dusty and Lily, they really care about each other, Meg. I mean, and you don't want to hurt them, do you? I mean, you'd only end up getting hurt yourself. You know, so, you know, when I try to give you this advice, it's because I don't want you to have to go through bad experiences like I did to learn lessons. Oh, God, I can't protect you. But I could help you a little bit. If you just maybe listen to me.
Well, you just gotta go easy, okay? I mean, like you said, we hardly know each other.
Well, okay, let's start to get to know each other. I don't know, tell me something about yourself.
This is silly.
Well, of course it's silly. I don't know. I mean, well, we got to start somewhere. What do you want?
I want what you wanted when you left home. I want a better life.
Better than this?
Yes. God, better than every day of my life wearing hand-me-downs. You know, going out at the barn at dawn to shovel manure, scraping every dime together just to make mortgage payments. I hate it here.
You know, Meg, you may feel like that now. But, you know, when you get older, you'll realize that this house, this farm, this land, I mean, it's your heritage. And you're not going to find anything better than this.
You call heritage? It's a pile of dirt in a house that's, God, not worth the money it takes to keep it up. You know what I want? I want Mama to sell it and let Mr. Andropoulos put condos on it so we could live a normal life. I don't know, Meg, I think you're just, well, you don't know how lucky you are to have this farm. I don't want it. I look at Lily Walsh and everything, and all I can think of are the things I'm missing. I hate every inch of this place. And I just can't wait to get out for good. And the first chance I get, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Because, you know, Lily's pretty upset with her mom lying to her all the time.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But John, like everybody in that house is always keeping secrets from each other. I don't get that. I mean, Lily was upset because I told you something.
What?
Yeah, I told you that Craig and Miss Walsh were involved.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't tell me anything I haven't figured out already anyway.
So I told her that you and I are pretty straightforward with each other, because that's true, right?
Sure. What kind of question is that?
Like, if I asked you a question, you would tell me the right answer, right?
Why do I feel I'm going to be sorry we're having this conversation here?
John, Lily told me that Miss Walsh thought that you were starting to get serious about Sierra. Is that true?
Why don't you define terms? What do you mean by serious?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Because, John, if that's true, how could you do that? Craig and Sierra, they love with each other.
Well, it would be nice if life were that simple, huh? But it isn't. I mean, just because something is going to be a problem or something doesn't mean that you're not going to stop caring about something. You understand that at all?
No, I don't.
Aha, you see that? You are still young. Well, maybe someday you will.
I think I should walk you home.
Why?
Because it's time for you to go.
I thought you said you wanted me to stay.
If you stay, this is going to get out of hand. And I don't think you're ready for that. At least not while you're still thinking about Dusty.
I shouldn't have said anything to you about him. I'm sorry.
I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to be sure that it's right. And I don't think you feel that way right now. Do you?
I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I do know is that I want you to hold me. Would you do that? Please.
If your mother finds out about this, she'd fire me in a minute.
I'm not gonna tell anybody.
I know what you're like when you're upset. You say what you feel.
I'm not gonna say anything to anybody about this. I hope you won't either.
You don't have to worry about that, ma'am.
Oh, I hit you. Does it hurt?
Can't even feel it.
I was just scared, Alton, that's all. I don't even know why. Would you kiss me again?
As long as you understand, this is as far as it goes, as long as you still get Dusty on your mind.
I understand.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever felt like this before.
you think that Betsy got the story right?
She was with Heather when she came out of the...
Douglas Cummings? He attacked her? But he's such a personable young
Very
man.
personable. I'm sure he apologized when he was trying to kill
You
her.
know what I mean. He doesn't look like the kind of person who'd do that
I
sort
hope
of thing. Who are
Heather's
you
okay.
calling?
I'm calling the Hotel San Marcos. Yes, hi, this is Craig Montgomery again. I'm sorry to disturb you. Look, has Mr. Reyes picked up... When? Thank you.
What? What? Where are you going?
Oh, he's been at the hotel since 5 o'clock. He's just not taking
5?
messages. That's right. I'm going to go over there
All
and
right.
find out what I can.
I'm coming with
No,
you.
you're not. You're going to sit and you're going to stay.
I understand.
Listen to the wind. Does it still bother you?
I didn't even hear the wind. There's too many other things that scare me more.
Like me? I think this whole thing was a big mistake.
Don't talk like that. Not after we've been so close. My whole life has changed since I came out here.
It'll only change if you want it to change.
Why are you talking to me like this? You're so cold.
Because I don't know what you want from me. And I don't think that you do either. Your problem is you're afraid of too much.
I know. Ever since I can remember, I felt this way.
There's no reason for it. It just keeps you from enjoying yourself.
There is a reason. When I was little, I can remember my father holding me in his arms. I felt so safe.
I know what it's like to lose a father. Mine died too.
Then I found him. He shot himself. I was little. I didn't know. I just kept shaking him. Shaking him and saying, "Wake up, Daddy, please wake up." And he didn't. He just stayed there and he didn't move. That's why I'm so alone, and that's why I'm scared and I'm afraid, because all my life I don't know why he left me. I didn't know then, and I still don't know now. That's why I got so upset, so alone when my mother left without telling me. And Dusty, he left me too. I just didn't feel like being alone tonight.
So you came out here.
Yes.
To be with me. Say it. To be with me.
To be with you.
You don't ever have to be alone again if you don't want to.
Lily! I've been looking all over you. What's going on?
Not much. How you doing tonight?
What happened to your face? Lily, what happened?
Oh, it's that ugly Johnny Dixon.
Sorry
of all
about being so
people.
late, Bob.
Bob
I was
does
a little
not
bit
have to
concerned
talk
about
to
Kim.
tonight.
She's not here. Seems that Doug Cummings has kidnapped Kim, along with Frannie.
He what?
It's true.
Bob, he is so strong. I am amazed at how he's able to just keep hanging on. I don't know how he's able to do it.
Neither do I tell you. If somebody took Betsy and Danny away from me, I'd go crazy.
Well, we have one thing that's a comfort to us. Wherever Kim and Frannie are, we do know that Doug would never hurt them. I mean, he really cares for them.
Yeah. Doug cared about Heather, too.
This has been a difficult day for all of us, Kevin. May I get you something?
No, thank you. I just want Frannie to be all right, that's all.
She will, Kevin. She's going to be fine. Nothing's going to happen to her.
I don't know what I would do without her, you know. I love her. I never stopped loving her.
By to update you on the case, Dr. Hughes. Would you like to do this in private?
We're all worried about the same thing. What have you got, Roy?
We searched the secret room at Doug Cummings' apartment. And these are clippings relating to all 3 murder victims, Marie Kovac, Cal Randolph, Dr. Strauss. It looks like Doug Cummings is possibly responsible for all 3 deaths.
No, wait just a minute now. We do know that Doug Cummings was Kim's secret admirer. But he's my friend, and I know him. I know he is not capable of committing murder.
Mrs. McCall, we've gained access to Mr. Cummings' psychiatric files. Everything's on its way up from Houston, along with tapes of the actual sessions that he had with the psychiatrist. Dr. Strauss's last conclusion, according to the report, is that Mr. Cummings is a psychotic personality capable of violent acts if provoked. He could have very easily have committed murder.
No. Oh no. Oh.
What is it?
Mr. Reyes, I'm Craig Montgomery. You know who I am? Okay, how about Lucinda Walsh, your boss? You remember her? We've been calling you for hours, and you haven't returned our calls. Why?
I just got back to the city. I thought tomorrow would be soon enough.
Well, it wasn't. Now, I think you know why we've been trying to find you.
I'm not sure.
Okay, all right. Let's not play games, Mr. Reyes, okay? Now, I'm trying to find Sierra Esteban, and I want you to tell me where she is.
You have no right to demand anything, Montgomery, especially when it comes to Sierra.
What's that supposed to mean?
Craig.
Sierra, I want to talk to you right now.
Sierra Esteban is now Mrs. Tonio Reyes.